Hey there, it's Susan C., your mentor for moms, and I am here to just do a share from my own life. This is not anything I've scripted. I don't have any notes. It's just me speaking to you, sharing from my heart, as I always do. But this time I just said, I'm just going to turn on the camera and just talk straight to my mamas and talk straight to you, heart to heart. There's something that's been going on with me, and I have learned that we are all so connected. So I have a feeling that in some way you can completely relate. In my world, when I speak of that, I'm talking about in my family and in the daily going on here in the family. Things have been just really, really busy. With three in college, taking college classes, plus homeschooling the others, and just all that it takes to just manage a household of 9. It's been really busy lately, and yet somehow I was allowing these little whisperings of doubt in my mind of just really how significant my contribution was. And some of you might already be ready to fall off of your chair, but it was like, I did that for her, but her sister could have done that for her too, or someone else could have done that for her too. And it just was creating this whole self-doubt going on in my head of, well, really, how important is that? And okay, how important is that? And as I'm having these doubts and wondering how important is my contribution, at the same time, my husband is having some really good wins in his life and in his profession. And so he's coming home and there's like these tangible wins to celebrate in his life of how he's doing well. And I'm so proud of him and so excited for the next steps he's able to take. Yet for myself, I'm going, hey, I got some laundry done. It was like, what? And it just didn't feel like, woohoo, set the world on fire. It felt like, woo. It really felt like woo. And I just thought, here's the enemy talking, okay? Because I know, I like to call it the committee. The committee called a meeting and the committee got to talking, and it was like, this might be a sign that you're within the household, you've really taught the kids well. They know how to do laundry. They know how to do dishes. They're cooking meals. They're keeping their rooms clean. The house is staying picked up. It's like so many things are running because I've invested years and years and hours of time in teaching them diligently, staying consistent with them, giving them accountability. So now it's working. All of that's working. I kind of worked myself out of a lot of jobs. So the enemy and the committee get to talking to me and I'm like, oh, you know what? I get the opportunity to just spend more time on my writing and my speaking and my working with moms. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then I'm laying in bed, and this is when God and I just really have our time together. I'm not a early morning riser and have quiet time with God. As a mom, I feel like I gave up the idea of quiet time a long time ago. I just look for moments where I can be still. That's what I just look for. When can I be still? Maybe the rest of them won't be still, but I'll be still. That's when I'll hear from God. So I had this moment where I was laying in bed. I was able to be still. And I felt like the Lord was saying, no, it's not about, take all this time and energy and pour it into your speaking and your writing and serving moms. Like, that's not it either. Because what would I be doing if I did that? I would be searching for significance based on my service of others. So then I need other people to tell me that I'm significant and that what I do matters and that they should be propping me up, right? And then what if they don't? What if I send an email to 700 moms, which happens on a regular basis, and one mom responds? Then what do I think? oh man, I'm a failure, right? And it doesn't even matter that I spent all this time writing this email, only one mom responded, or I spent all this time making the video and nobody commented. You follow? Like, it would have been a search for significance from another place where God is saying, hey, come to me. Come to me. I'll let you know what I think of you, and trust that will fill you up. Other people's praise will be nice and it feels good for a moment, but it fades. But when God is given the space to speak to us and to share how He sees us, the calling that He has for us, the purpose that He has for us, and when we listen to that, it fills our souls. It gives us the strength to go another day. It doesn't leak out and fade. It remains. It is a joy that remains. It's consistent and it sustains us through the different fights of battles we need to do in our minds with our committee and overcoming the lies and the tricks of the enemy, and frankly, just dealing with sometimes when our children don't even fully appreciate all that we do for them. I now have a greater appreciation for my mother and all that she did for me now as a mom than I ever did when I was a kid. So I totally understand that my kids don't fully get all that I do. They're in the space of thinking, I know, yeah, we got this. That's kind of where they're at. We got this. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. As my husband says, sure, no. But I just wanted to share that with you in case you're having some conversations in your head of does what I'm doing really mattering? Does anybody really notice? Is this making a difference, or am I just doing stuff? And I'm here to say, look for those answers to those questions from your Father, the one who created you, the one who set your foot on the path, the one who called you to be a mom. Ask Him how you're doing. Get feedback from Him, not from your children, not from your friends. Those are all nice. It's so nice when our friends notice or when our family members notice. But if they don't let that be a sign that you're doing something wrong. For me, I changed up and I asked myself, well, who is it or what is it that needs my attention? Because maybe I'm looking at all the areas where I've done a good job of managing and training and teaching such that, they truly are doing well. But where are the areas where maybe we're dropping the ball? Or who is someone who really needs my attention and I'm not fully checking in? And I actually, within just a few minutes of just having that question sit out there, saw some key areas where we made some switches in our family. One, my husband and I made a financial decision that it just really made a huge difference to our monthly budget. And it was just from us sitting down and having a conversation and him feeling like he didn't need to make the decision all on his own. I checked in and really invested with him some time and some conversation. The same with one of my daughters, just walking by her room. And I was like, okay, Father, is this a place where I need to spend some time? And just really went in and spent some time with her and had an impact with her. So I just wanted to share from you that if you're dealing with that question of significance, is what I'm doing matter? Does anybody even notice? Ask God to reveal to you how He sees you and why He called you to be a mom. And then maybe ask yourself, where are some areas you need to check in? Because maybe you're doing something that you're spending time and focus on things that maybe no longer need to be focused on. You can let those go because they're doing well in this moment and there's somewhere else that needs your time and attention. And for goodness sake, don't do like me. Don't do comparison. I was comparing myself with my husband, which is a battle, quite honestly, throughout our marriage. Like there's this comparison of myself to him. If he went out to lunch, then heck, I wanted to go out to lunch. If he went and shopping, I'm like, hey, then I want to go shopping too. Like it was like, it's just a battle that goes on. And it is my own inner battle and one that I do well with quite often. And then when I allow myself to not be taking care of myself, starting to feel resentful, like people aren't noticing, whatever, then I get back into comparison, like, ugh. And those are things and patterns that I've noticed of myself. And so these are things I'm constantly working on to say, okay, if I'm comparing myself with him again, then where am I not taking good care of myself? Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep, not eating good foods, or maybe I'm just not simply honoring that I need some time alone too. So I look at him getting time alone. He's going to work, whatnot, that, oh, well, he gets time alone. He's working. He's constantly dealing with people who are irritating and frustrating and demanding things of him. That ain't exactly alone time. It's not a retreat. So I just, I'm sitting here on a chair in my room, curled up, and I just wanted to share that with you in case that connects with you in any way. And I just want to ask you to be willing to know deep down in your soul that what you do as a mom matters more than you could ever know. You are making a difference even if no one is taking note. Know that God doesn't miss a thing. He sees all, and He sees you, and you matter more than you could ever know. I hope this video has been helpful, and until we meet again, bye for now.